Just banned the guy who was pretending to be me.
There we go. We're banning the people who are pretending to be A Cove. We don't want you guys to get.
He was in the AMA. I just double checked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they're easy.
I double checked his ID and it was him, so I banned him.
All right. Invite 2 people up and we'll get our first questions going. Hey, what up?
Joe, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. How's your day?
Hey, good. So today is actually my second or third day in the NFT community, and I'm really excited to be here. Just wanted to know if I get the whitelist today. How can I?
Welcome, man. I'm glad to see you in the community. I'm glad for you to be here.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we're doing a couple of ways for whitelist currently. We'll be giving out whitelist to some of the people in the AMA. We'll also be doing a meme competition starting tomorrow to make some memes for the whitelist. And we have a competition running as well for 10 invites and level 10, so you can get honorary elf, so you can get a little bit of extra rewards, some airdrop tokens towards your Yeti mint.
That's awesome.
Anything else
Great.
for us, man?
Thank you so much. Thanks.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your time in the NFT space, man. Welcome. If you're speaking, you got your mic muted, friend.
Question about the staking. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, is staking going to be like Kaiju, where it just kind of happens, or do you have to like actually stake it? Like,
you'll have to actually stake your elf on the contract. We'll have a staking contract launching after the elf mint, where you'll actually have to physically stake your elf.
okay. Any thoughts about doing it like Kaiju, just to save gas, I guess?
The only difference with Kaiju and this mint is you're going to be burning the elves, so the burning for the elves will be built into the staking contract. That way you can burn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good, man. Anything else for us?
That's it for me. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you. All right, next person up. Hey, Scotty, how are you?
Hello?
Hi. What's up, man?
All right, so I got a question. So you're going to get airdrops tokens if you're on some different level.
Correct.
Or you can stake your elves and eventually you'll be able to burn them and then get a Yeti. Now, I have a couple questions. What's going to happen to the coin after this is all said and done? Is it going to have any value?
Sure. We're actually going to use the token throughout the whole project. And the elves that are not burned for Yetis will continue to stake and earn tokens. And we're going to have utility with the Yetis. We're going to be releasing a Yeti-specific roadmap where you can use the elf stake tokens for usage with the Yetis.
Gotcha. Now, what's going to be the max with the Yetis? Is there a Genesis collection? Is there any benefit to being super early with the Yetis?
Sure. So actually, there is going to be 8,888 elves. For the Yetis, it's going to be a Genesis collection of 3,333. So you're going to require 2 elves to be burnt per 1 Yeti, meaning there's going to be 6,666 elves burnt, and there's going to be a max cap. So there will not be enough Yetis for everyone who has an elf to get the Yetis. So it's going to be a kind of a race to get to the tokens. Each of the elves is going to generate 10 tokens per day. And once you get to 500 tokens, as long as you have 2 elves and 500 tokens, you can combine those to burn to get a Yeti.
So now then the elves will go up in price, but then I guess they'll be kind of like, it'll crash as soon as all the Yetis are minted. Now, with the Yetis, is there going to be another Yeti mint, let's suppose of just, I guess, non-Genesis Yetis?
We have some plans in the roadmap later on for the Yetis. I don't want to leak too much before we get the elves done. We don't want to get the elves over with first, you know?
Of course. And thanks for Skorge to putting me on to this. I'm in his alpha group, so...
The way we're going to try to keep value for the elves is we're going to actually have other things you can use the tokens for other than the Yetis. If you look at our Santa's to-do list right now, we actually have a couple other gifts other than the Yetis. We have the gift 1, which is the Genesis collection for the Yetis. We have gift 2, where you can claim, where you can burn gifts and elves to claim your mint price back for the elves from 0.2 to 1 Ethereum rolled. And we also have gift 3, where if you're a gambling man, you can burn your elves to get possibly up to 10 ETH or a Tesla Model 3 for one winner.
Well, I'm a gambling man. I'll be burning my elf if I have an extra one. Trust me.
Yeah, burn your elves for a Tesla possibly if you're in the U.S. and if not, we can internationally send you the 10 ETH.
Okay, I know. Okay, one more question. So, how many elves do you get on what levels of whitelist?
Sure. For the whitelist, you will be able to mint 3 elves in pre-sale.
Okay, and okay. So, what about? Okay, so, because I applied because I had the 5 invites, I still haven't got anything back, but that's cool. But what about the level 10 and the 10 invites? What's the besides getting more coins? What else is the benefit?
Okay, so for honorary elf, you're going to be getting the 100 airdrop tokens, which is a big boost because you only need 500 to mint a Yeti. So that's already 1/5 of your Yeti price up front airdrop to you. You'll also be entered in exclusive giveaways for honorary elves only, and we'll be adding more later on for honorary elves to be able to get a little bit of extra boost towards their Yetis. Maybe
Right,
some
you answered all my
extra production
questions.
for their Yeti. Yeah, go ahead.
Super bullish, man. All right. I'll be listening. Thank you.
All right, thank you, man. All right, Iker, you're muted. There you go, man.
Yo, so I got a question. What inspired the creation of this NFT? Like, what brought you guys to create this thing in this community?
I think that's a question for our founder ourselves, Akov.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's honestly Mike and I, we've been in the community for a while. We've seen a bunch of projects go up and down, especially staking. A lot of projects come out, they don't have their staking contracts ready. It creates a big mess, a lot of FUD. For us, we're already ready. We already finished the staking contract, so once we start minting, we're gonna start implementing that, and we're gonna be ready to convert into the Yetis. So it's just being prepared and go for it.
what inspired specifically the elves to be the NFT? How did that come about?
Honestly, it was just Christmas theme. It was coming up.
Okay.
There's a, I love Christmas. Mike loves Christmas. It's honestly a great idea. Everybody loves the Christmas spirit. We thought we would start out with the elves, and then honestly, to continue the project, we needed to bring out a Genesis, and everybody loves the Yetis.
Respectable, thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a natural progression for the roadmap where we're giving the gifts back to the community and really trying to give back and reward people for holding our token. That the Christmas theme fits perfectly. Having elves and the gifts, it just really embodies what we're going for with the project.
I agree. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, you're welcome, man. Anyone else who has a question, go and put your hand up. I'll invite a couple more people up. Hey, what up, man?
Hey man, I was just wondering, are the elves the only ones that will be able to generate these tokens, or will you get them from the Yetis as well, or something?
So the elves will be generating the presents at the start, of course, once you have the staking. But we have more plans later on for the Yetis to provide utility for the Yetis as well. The Yetis will use the same tokens as the elves, but we don't want to reveal too much right now before we get through with the elf mint.
Okay, and so then 6,666 elves are going to be burnt, correct?
Correct. If every single one of the Yetis are minted, yep.
Okay, so then there's only going to be 2,222 that are going to be left that will be able to keep producing or whatever tokens.
That will remain staked to keep producing, yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, man.
You're welcome, man. All right, invite a couple more people up. Thank you for your question.
Yep.
Hey, Ember. If you're speaking, we can't hear you. Hello? All right, we'll give Ember a little bit of time to work on his mic. ID, are you here?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, what up, man? How are you?
Chilling, man. This project looks wicked, bro. I literally just got the invite a few minutes ago. I managed to get a POAP. Thank you, Basic, who's here listening in the audience. And I'm just listening to the AMA, and man, holy shit! I know This is a stupid question. You've been going through a lot, but the rundown of what I understand so far is you can burn your elf, and there's a chance to win 10 ETH if you burn your elf.
Yeah,
And
so
if you
there's.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say there's 3 possible ways to burn your elf, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, can you run me through it, man? Like, I'm not necessarily a noob, but I'm brand new to this project, and maybe some other people are. So, help me out.
Sure. So if you check in the Discord, we have a Santa's to-do list chat up near the top. We have a little infographic about the elf generation and how many gifts and everything you need. You'll need to stake the 2 elves, get 500 gifts for the Yetis, or for gift 2 and 3, you need 2 elves and 850 gifts. And by in the staking contract, using those gifts and the 2 staked elves, you can burn those for either gift 1, 2, or 3. You get to choose because once you burn their elves, they're gone forever. So you can either burn 2 elves and 500 gifts for the Genesis Yeti collection. You can save up until you get 850 and burn and get a guaranteed either 0.2 to 1 Ethereum rolled randomly when you burn. Or if you're more for gambling, you can save up and go for gift 3, where one of the winners from the raffle will win a Model 3 Tesla if you're in the US, or if you're an international fan, you can get the 10 ETH sent to your MetaMask wallet.
You can't go for gift 3. You
Bro,
get
this
gift
is
2.
crazy, man.
You'll get gift 2,
It's-
and then a random gift 2 person will get gift 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is intricate as hell and beautiful. I don't know what you guys were doing when you came up with this, but thank you. I'm gonna go back to the crowd and listen like a good little elf.
You're welcome, man. We've been working on this for a long time.
Sorry, one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I have the POAP. Do I have to mitigate it to my wallet, or is
So the POAP is stored on your wallet on the website on a side chain. If you want to migrate it to mainnet ETH, it's going to cost you a gas fee.
Yeah.
But you can migrate it to OpenSea if you would like. I would not suggest doing it when gas is really high, but if you want it there, you can do it later. Yeah.
Do I have to in order to use it to mint at whitelist, or I don't have to?
No. The POAP is not going to be used for whitelist mint or anything. It's just a little token of appreciation for everyone who's here.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
Honestly,
thank you,
man,
man.
I'm gonna give you whitelist. Where'd he go?
Oh, that guy, he's getting whitelist for being
for
asking a good question to being up here.
He's asking good questions. I don't know where you went. I gotta find you. I'm gonna send you a whitelist application so you can sign up. Just put your address, and I'll give you the role.
All right, Ember, were you able to get your mic situation sorted out, man?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, I guess I had push to talk on and didn't realize it.
You're fine.
I got a few questions that I kind of jotted down just throughout being in the group and whatnot.
Sure.
You've kind of covered some of it, but let me just touch back on it. Y'all still hear me if I view another channel to read from?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, man.
Okay, so on the Santa's workshop list, basically says all the staked elves that are used for generating the 3 Christmas gifts will be burned. This makes the elves a deflationary asset, but y'all are saying that elves that aren't used to change into the Yeti, and I'm assuming aren't used to attempt to get gift 2 or 3 around for the long term, correct? Then you can
so if you don't
other coins,
if you don't burn your elves to get one of the gift 1 or 2, the elf will stay staked, and you can continue to generate the coins.
Like just indefinitely.
And it's for use future in the project, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So that kind of clarifies. Like I had seen that y'all mentioned that legendary elves would be in the mix. Is there any
so we have
plans for those?
We have a few legendary elves that are animated that we're going to be doing some for giveaways, and we're also going to have some randomly in the mint for lucky few people who get a rare in their mint can get a roll of legendary.
Okay. So Space Yeti kind of ties into the Winter Elves story in a sense, from what I read.
Yes.
As far as coming to steal Christmas and whatnot. So I see how you already mentioned that the Space Yeti kind of carries forward from the holiday season. that just the elves are kind of centered around the idea of Christmas, but being that the Space Yeti ties to it as well and is holiday themed, like, do you have any plans moving forward for just kind of like, say we're March, April or so into next year?
Sure. Yeah, we're going to continue to support the Yetis and the project long term. We'll have a full roadmap for the Yetis and their utility later on, but we're trying to focus on the elves first and not overwhelm everyone with information.
Right, fair enough. And I get you gotta save some of the hype and whatnot. So basically, the Yetis will be kind of tailored into a year-round aspect, not just the Christmas story. That's basically
we plan on supporting the Yetis long term than just a month into the future. Correct.
How are y'all giving the Tesla away?
The Tesla, I think Akove said he would love to actually try to be there in person for the Tesla purchase if he could, right?
Yeah, I would love to be there in person. Mike and I we could travel over there, and if you guys are in the U.S., of course. If not, then we'll just give you the tennies, or if you don't want the in-person thing, we'll give you the tennies. But I'll definitely love to travel and record it. That'd be great content for all of us.
And it'd be something y'all like saw through to the finish where, like, I'm definitely not pointing fingers by any means, but just to give an example of what some people experience with like Oprah, where she gives people like free cars and stuff. She doesn't pay for the transfer of ownership, and people get slapped with like a few, like however much, and the tax value of the car, I guess. Y'all are planning to do just like a totally free giveaway, or
it'll probably be totally free.
That kind of puts you on the spot. But
no, it'll be totally free. We'll pay taxes and everything. They don't have to
basically just help see through the transfer of ownership to the actual winner.
Yeah, basically.
It's like it's different if you just buy a car and give it to somebody and then they've got to do all that.
Oh no, yeah, they'll have the title. It'll be under their name and everything. They just have to pay their own insurance, of course, year round. That'll be it.
Right. I mean, obviously, gotta pay to maintain it and use it and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that kind of covers stuff. Last thing I had written down to ask is just, what is y'all's background? Where, I mean, you definitely, y'all sound like you know what you're talking about and whatnot, but I'm just curious if there's like any past involvements in other NFT projects or any plans on partnership with other bigger names or just anything along those lines.
Sure. I guess I can go first. Skorge. I was brought onto the project. I run a couple NFT projects. I run my own Discord server, and I'm been very active in the space. I try to do a more like a advisory for marketing and everything for the projects. I have a background in marketing in real life. I actually have a degree, so that's more of my role in the project. Meta, who just joined the Discord actually in the AMA, he's our dev. If he wants to go ahead and pick up from there.
Hey guys, yeah, I can say a few words about myself. I'm a crypto entrepreneur and dev. Recently, I had a project that was funded by Holochain, actually, an NFT project. It's kind of an infinite game. I cannot say too much about that project yet, not public, but I've been in the crypto space for quite a while. And other than that, working a lot with startups in the tech space, and I keep switching between Berlin and Portugal these days. So right now I'm in Portugal, and it's beautiful weather, and it's really nice to be here, and it's AMA. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
All right.
In terms of Mike and I, we've been we've been in the crypto space for a pretty long time too. Been trading crypto, NFT wise. Mike has been in NFT longer than I have, but this is our first project. Mike and I, we just decided to grab a great team. Getting Meta and Pong, both have past experiences. They know what they're doing. Skorge also help us with the marketing. I mean, we just have a great team right now, but yeah, that'll be it.
And for anyone who doesn't know about our artist, Pong isn't in here right now, but he's worked on a couple projects. I think you've seen the teasers for He's worked with a couple. I don't want to call him out right now since he's not here, but you can just follow him on Twitter for Pong, and you can see the work he's done.
Okay. Is there any other people we can follow besides the main Winter Elves page? And like, are y'all choosing to remain anonymous throughout this project, or I'm new here, so I really just y'all may be totally transparent for all I know. I just haven't seen it.
You're good. We actually have a meet the team in the important info chat right now, where we're going to be filling out that very soon about more info about us. We just got it set up now. Well, since we've been really blowing up, we've been planning on giving a little bit more info about ourselves to everybody.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's definitely something that goes a long way, in my opinion. You know, people who aren't like worried about being transparent about who they are definitely is a good indicator that, you know, they plan to stick around for the long haul. So yeah, I look forward to seeing more info.
Our Twitter.
And I guess I'll go back to the.
Yeah, our Twitter follows our personal accounts, I guess. So if you want to go out to our Twitter, it's just following Mike and I's and Pong accounts.
Oh well, okay. Well, that
scroll through that.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, if y'all are linked to your personal accounts and everything, then that's totally transparent in my eyes. So I think that's awesome. That's a really
also,
big
if you want to
thing here.
find
A lot of the new people here should take note of is, you know, a lot of these projects that remain totally anonymous and don't really have any interest in giving people an idea of who they are. You know, some of them may be successful for all I know, but I know some do end up being ones that people regretted being a part of. I appreciate that y'all are being transparent.
For sure. And if you want to follow me, you can check my Discord profile, Skorge, and my Twitter is linked in my Discord profile at all times, so you can just go through it for there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll check that out here in a little bit. I guess I'll go back to the audience now. I appreciate that, y'all.
All right, thank you for your great question, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Mizzy, what's up? If you're speaking right now, you're muted, by the way. Go ahead and get a couple more people up so we can have a little bit of a queue going. All right, I just grabbed a couple more people from the audience if you'd like to come up and ask a couple questions.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Mizzy?
Hey, sorry. I was on mute. I think actually all the questions that I had have already been answered. So.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you for coming up anyway.
I just thought I'd say hi to the team. Yeah, really excited for this project. So I'll step back into the crowd and let everyone else, if they got some questions, step up.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for coming up anyway.
Okay. See you guys.
See ya. Hi, Biscuit. You were next. You got a question for us?
Hey, this is Biscuits. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, good. I just first of all want to say congratulations. I found out about this project just yesterday through one of my Discord servers, and can't believe the growth and the hype that I'm hearing in the community is for real. So props to all you all, and really happy to have found a new community to be a part of.
Oh, thanks, man. We appreciate that a lot. Yeah, we've been growing at a pretty crazy pace. It's kind of blowing up right now, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome to see for sure. So I got my first question is regarding like the public mint. You know, if the organic growth continues and the hype continues, I mean, there's going to be a lot of demand, right, for people who may not be able to get whitelisted. Some of the projects that I've been a part of in my time in the space have tried to combat gas wars by doing something maybe like a raffle or like you know, having some sort of system in place to maybe, you know, be able to get a ticket to mint or something like that to try and prevent you know, people from having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars in gas. Have you guys maybe considered anything like that yet to this point? And if you have, maybe you could comment about what that might look like.
Yeah, of course. We're always adding more and more people to the whitelist, and we're giving people a full 24 hours to mint their whitelist spot. We're not done with whitelisting, by the way. That was just the first round. We're going to continue to add more and more people to the whitelist so we can try to space out the mints over a longer period of time so we don't have, you know, as you said, 7,000 people rushing to mint right at public mint. So we
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
to have a decent majority of the mint to whitelist by the end. That way we can minimize gas.
That's great. Oh, thanks for appreciate that insight. Yeah, and I really think the AMA is such an awesome tool, right? To be able to educate people about the project, to be able to create more of a sense of a community. There's a project that I'm a part of who has AMAs pretty much weekly. Do you guys have plans to have like a regular cadence for the AMAs?
Yeah, we'll have more AMAs leading up to mint for sure. We don't have any of them
Awesome.
hard scheduled yet, but I would love to do more as long as people are willing to be up here and listen to us and enjoy the project with us, you know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, that's great. Well, pleasure to be up here with you guys. Thank you so much, and really looking forward to seeing where this goes. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, thank you, man. Great questions.
All right, take care.
Biscuit, go
All
ahead
right,
and send me a friend request. I'll give you a whitelist.
Oh, word. Who should I send the friend request to? Is it Skorge?
Acove.
Acove, yeah.
Acove. Okay, will do, bud. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, cheers.
Crazy, you have a question for us?
Yeah, I got a few. Yeah, first of all, I think doing weekly AMAs would be amazing. Could give a lot more time for people to come up with questions and have like more research time on themselves. 'Cause I think a lot of people are new. And yeah, one of the first questions I was going to ask is there still going to be an art competition in the future, or is that not? Are you only going to do the meme one for the?
We're going to do the meme one first. We just want to have a little poll to see what people were more interested in. We'll start out with the meme competition, and we'll probably do an art competition later on during the week.
Any hint of what the art competition will be about, so I can get a start on my drawing?
Ooh, you want a long form drawing so you can get something nice.
Something of a higher quality, yeah.
Okay. If you want an elf or a yeti or any sort of on theme project, that would be amazing.
Okay, so something gets a yeti or an elf, or a yeti riding an elf.
Yeah. Just something to relate to the project that we can tell that it's for us, you know, something unique.
Yeah.
A collaboration with both would be nice.
Yeah, if you could draw something to have elf and a yeti together, you know, that'd be great.
I'll be whipping the whip, telling my girlfriend hard on it.
All right. Anything else for us?
Yeah, I was wondering, so at the bottom of Santa's list, it talks about that you can keep the elves to keep generating gifts. Is there any main benefit from that, or is it mainly just to utilize the gifts?
Yeah, so actually we're going to continue using the same token throughout the entire project. So the Yeti roadmap will also incorporate the gifts from the elves. So if you keep a couple elves staked after you mint your Yeti, you'll be able to use those tokens later on with your Yeti for more utility and rewards later on.
And there could be some bigger rewards in the future, so it'll be worth holding on to get the bigger Yeti rewards.
Could possibly be. Don't want to leak too much.
And do we have any idea what toy drive? Have you got any, like you guys have talked about? I know if we reach 15% minted, there's going to be like a generous donation of 10,000 to a toy drive.
We're gonna let the community decide. Definitely.
Yeah, I think we'll put it up to a community vote for what the community wants to, which toy drive they want to help support.
Is that going to be just everybody vomiting ideas into a chat room, or are you going to give us like 5 or 10 big ones that are like well known that we get to choose from? Like, do we know how that's going to
go? We can do ideas first, and then we'll grab a couple and then do a final vote.
Yeah, we want to do at least some kind of high-profile one that we can be assured that we can prove that the funds actually went to helping children.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's why if you guys came up with some ideas, it won't be Joe Smo and all of his 800 bots saying this charity is the best. And it's like his brother.
Yeah, we'll vet all the charity suggestions, and we'll come together and send a couple for the community to vote on, real projects that are provable that they do the donations.
And yeah, the last question I got is, the community wallet, the Santa's gift bag, is that going to be a gift to all the holders that gets like portioned out, or is that going to be one big gift to one holder?
Are you talking about the gifts for the Santa's gift bag?
Yeah, I think the 30% funds will be transferred into the gift bag, and at 100%. If you own 2 elves and they're not staked, we all get to split the gift bag. Is that how that works?
You mean you get a split of the community fund? Is that what you're trying to ask?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Oh, no.
Once 100% the elves are minted, that bit.
No, the community fund is just to, I guess, fund whatever giveaways, and so I guess it will go back, but it's just to fund the giveaways and whatever we have planned for the Yetis.
is
It
one
won't
of
be
the
individually
giveaways.
split between every person, but it'll be used to give back to the people who meet the requirements. If that's what you're asking. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm reading on the Santa's to-do list all those who believed in the elves' magical journey to save Christmas and own 2 elves that are delisted, staked is okay, will get to open a Christmas gift from Santa's magic bag. Is that just one of the other Christmas gifts, like Christmas gift 1, 2, or 3?
We'll have special gifts for those who keep their elves delisted.
I have time to get
staked
to the
if you want.
canyon.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna go just to the jump.
Yeah,
It'll be a separate
Okay.
from the burning mechanic gifts.
I think you're talking
Okay.
about the 24 days of Christmas. Is that one? Is that the one you're talking about? Or we give away
It's
$1,000 every day?
Yeah, the one right after that though. The line after that. That is another one I wanted to ask about as well. Is that a one where that's $1,000 every day to one person, or is that to $1,000 every day to different holders?
It's to one holder.
It'll be to
To one holder? Okay.
unlisted holder. You don't delist it basically.
Can you have it staked?
Yeah, you can have it staked.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just
So
not
that's
listed.
awesome. You'll make someone's life with that.
Oh yeah.
That'd pay off my whole card debt.
You're good. Thank you for your questions, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, Cade.
Hey, what's up, guys? So it's great
Hey,
stuff
what's up?
here so far. I like what I've heard so far. It's pretty cool. And I've got a sort of a 2 or 3 prong question here, so bear with me. For anyone listening, I'm a research-based NFT YouTuber, so I have a different kind of thing I'm interested in. I know there's a lot of people who are new, especially who have those buzzwords like stake, utility, value, roadmap, hype, those things, whitelist. Everyone seems to be worried about these things, but what I'm interested in is the vision of the brand for the market, because that's what's going to get you through a bear market when it comes. And so my 2-pronged question is how you guys are looking to become an iconic brand in order to survive the bear market. And if you guys have any plans to do like a YouTube channel or increase transparency with you guys to be more engaged in the community, kind of like Doodles does. And Doodles has plans to be like the next Mario as far as branding. So my second part of that question is, are you prepared if the floor dips below the mint price short term? Because a lot of new projects are doing that, as far as containing panic and anger that will surely ensue from new people if they mint and then 2 days later the mint has dropped or the floor price has dropped a little bit. Like, is that something you guys have thought about? I just like to take a conservative approach to new NFTs, so that's why I ask.
Sure. I'll answer your questions in reverse order if that's okay. I'll start with the floor question first. I actually think there's going to be not a ton of risk for the elves to drop below floor price, because if you read into our staking contract and everything with the giving back for burning 2 elves and the gift of ETH, if the elves are below floor price, it's basically a discount of getting your ETH sent back to you for minting the gift. Because if you burn 2 elves and the tokens, you get 0.2. So if, for say, the elves are 0.04, you're making a profit by staking them, correct? So I wouldn't worry much about the floor. I think the floor long term will be fine. Even short term, I think people will be willing to sweep the floor up personally to be able to get those sweet, sweet gifts.
Cool, right on. I mean, part of those questions are a little bit more of a rhetorical, just for general information for everybody.
Sure.
But that's a great answer. I'm a fan of that for sure.
And for your next question, you were talking about how we want to build the project long term, correct?
Yeah, just the brand as far as, I mean, that's what's important here. The utility, the function, roadmap, that's all that bullshit is fine, it's good. But what really is going to push you and save you when the bear market comes and all the projects go to zero is there's only 20 or 30 that are going to rise out of the ashes. And that's where branding comes in. So,
yeah, of course. We're planning on long term supporting the project through more utility and everything to the actual Yetis. But I think we're gonna, like you said, socials. I think we're gonna continue. We're gonna set up an Instagram account. We're gonna be doing AMAs weekly. We can even set up a Elves YouTube channel to post our AMAs to. We'll be doing more social outreach and everything, and we'll be long term trying to create a brand with the long-term goals of having the people who invested early be able to continue to profit from their original investment in the elves by having the elves sustain value with the token being used throughout the entire project, not just leaving behind the initial mint like a lot of projects have done recently. Projects will get you to do an initial mint, and then they'll just kind of leave behind the mint to move forward. But we want to continue to have utility for everyone throughout the entire project,
yeah, no, I like that answer. I was more focused, and you did answer half that there with what you want to do as far as maintaining the demand and maintaining the love and value there. But I mean, from a point that's not mainly stemming from value or utility, but more as branding, similar to how Gary Vee brands himself to the point where it doesn't matter what he's talking about, people fuck with Gary because he's Gary. And so what will that be for the Winter Elves? What is going to be that tying factor that's like, is it going to be, are you guys going to play into the elf factor somehow and try and do some kind of lore thing that gets people to fall in love with the story of the elves and the movies, or is there any plans in that direction?
Yeah, so we actually have a story in the works right now, and we're going to be doing we want to do a story with how the elves are interacting with Santa, trying to save Santa's workshop. We have a little bit of a write-up in the Discord already, but we're going to be doing a story with how the elves are helping in Santa's absence, and that we have actually one of our, little bit of a leak, one of our legendary one-of-one elves is a Santa elf who took over the mantle of Santa himself to be able to lead the elves in their times of need. And we're going to have the Yetis come in for the burning aspect as a way for the elves to have a sort of opposition throughout the storyline, you know?
I love that. I like that. Awesome. Hey, that's all I have. So I'm glad you guys answered my questions. I loved it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, man. Great questions. All right. Honestly, Fridge, I think, was the next one up.
Hello.
Hi, how are you, man?
Yeah. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Scott, for sending me here. Yeah. So I'm basically quite new in this space, so I really want to understand what's the idea behind like the burn mechanism, which creates a low supply for Winter Elves if people do decide to burn it. Like I just want to understand the rationale behind the idea, because like why don't just start with like 3,333 Genesis Yetis? Is there any plans for the elves and the Yetis to be integrated into a future project, like games?
Yeah, so the reason we're wanting to do the elves and the whole burning and staking mechanic thing is we want to reward people who stay with the project long term and invest in the staking and the initial project to be able to give them something well worth their time with the Yetis. We don't want to just have the Yetis scooped up by whales and botters and everything. We want to actually reward real people who take the time to stake and go through the whole burning mechanism and everything to get the Yetis, so we get the Yetis in the good hands of good communities who will support the project long term with us, because we're going to be supporting the elves through the Yetis, through everything. The token will continue on throughout the project.
Right. Okay. So I saw that like the elves will also have like a Genesis. So how many supply will that be restricted to? And if let's say, for example, if instead of the entire 6,666 elves, maybe some left over, will that be part of like a Genesis elf collection?
The Genesis, there is no elf Genesis collection. It's just the 8,888. The Genesis collection, I think you're referring to. You might have got a little bit confused. We're doing the first 3,333 of the Yetis as a Genesis collection. The elf collection will never go up. There will never be any more elves made. There's just the initial 8,888, and depending on how many get burned for the gifts, the Tesla, and the Yetis, that'll be the final resting point of the elves, whether it be 2,222 or 4,000 or wherever it ends up.
Okay, thanks. So my last question will be, you mentioned that to actually burn your elves to generate like a Genesis Yeti, you need 500 give, right?
Yep.
So if let's say we can mint 3 at a pre-sale, if we scoop up one of secondary, will it be like a race to get to the 500? And if I don't get in time, will I still be able to get a Genesis Yeti?
Yeah, so it is a sort of a race for the Yetis. If you do scoop up a fourth one on OpenSea secondary, you'll be able to stake all 4 of them. And if you have 1,000 tokens and the Yetis are still available to mint, you will be able to burn all 4 of your elves with your 1,000 gift and get 2 Yetis. But the Yetis are a very limited supply, and not everyone who owns an elf will be able to get a Yeti. So it is a sort of, as you said, a race to get to the Yetis first.
Right. Then if let's say I end up don't get the chance to burn my elves, these elves will also be part of like the 8,888 elves.
Yeah, so any of the elves that you aren't able to burn for Yetis, you'll still have a choice to burn them for the other gifts. Like you can burn them for the ETH reward for the 0.2 Ethereum. Or if you want to keep them as a token generator, we'll be using the same token with the Yetis. So if you're holding the elves and you never burn them, you'll still be generating the token for later on in the project.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Good questions.
Thank you.
I think Katoshi was up next.
Hey guys,
Hey, how are you, man?
this is pretty amazing to have this big of an AMA. On day what, 1.5?
Yeah, very, very early.
FOMO is real too, I think, and I just love all the different possibilities you guys are creating. Like by burning for Yetis versus keeping and staking.
Yeah, we want to give everyone options so they can choose their own little path to get their value out of the project how they wish.
Now, one of my questions you already kind of answered with staking is going to be ready on day one. Is it going to be true staking, or do we just have to hold and then claim?
So the staking won't be available right after the elves mint. There'll be a short delay after the elves are minted out, but the staking will be its own separate thing. You'll have to physically stake the elves, yeah.
And pay gas to stake and then unstake. All right, cool.
And it'll generate the tokens.
Is there going to be tokenomics released on those tokens?
For the supply and everything?
Yeah. If it is released, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
You're good. We have the dev is finalizing the staking contract right now, so I think he'll have a tokenomics thing written up for us shortly before before it launches out, which is in about a week from now.
Nice. And then my last question was, I had submitted the already on the whitelist, but then I submitted the one for the honorable elf, the form for that. Yes. When will we start seeing those roles being given?
We are actually doing manual checks for all of the whitelist submissions and all of the honorary elf submissions. So after this AMA, we're going to start going through the honorable elf submissions and start giving the rollout to the people who completed the level and the invites, and we want to check and make sure they're not bot invites or they were just spamming,
for sure. You guys
because
have
we want
done
to
a
make
great
sure that
job
people
so
who
far.
we want to make sure people who are actually active parts of the community and are inviting real people actually get rewarded and not just people who are botting.
Yeah, actually.
And how many mod positions? I'm sorry to cut you off, but how many mod positions are you guys looking for? Because I know quite a.
Yeah, we got about 80 applicants. I have to go through those, and also about the honorable elf. I'll do those tonight once I get back from work. Actually,
there's no rush on that.
I actually have to step out, guys, for
It's
work.
just because I know people are asking in chat, so I can tell them, just.
No, it's
just
fine.
Like ETA.
No, I put an announcement I was going to do tonight. Skorge, I sent you the application. If you want to give some of these guys whitelist, feel free to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be handing out some whitelists to some people who give some good questions up in here.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
going to be stepping out for work. I'm going to stop the recording, so I'm sorry. If you want to show your buddies, I'm going to have to stop you here. But I appreciate you guys coming in. I'll let Skorge take over. He can give you guys some whitelist.
Yeah, we'll have the AMA going for a short little time, but the recording is going to end here for anyone who wanted the recording later on for their friends. We'll